There is no black and brown coalition. They don't want to unite with you, okay? The reason for this is because they feel as if they was to unite with black people, black men will have access to Latinas, and they're trying to avoid that. Because if they form a coalition with you, or if they unite with you, Latinas are going to feel like it's okay for them to date black guys. And Latino males do not want that to happen. So they're trying to keep you away from their females. That's why they don't want to unite with you. You keep saying white supremacy. That has nothing to do with white supremacy.
What's up with all the black people saying that nobody can say the N-word, Latino and Latinos can't say the N-word? You have effectively marketed that word and sold it. You have turned it into a cultural item. It's in every comedy show. It's in every movie. It's in every music.
The way that you're not embarrassed to come on here and fight just to be a scavenger, scavenging off someone else's culture, it needs to be studied. Could you imagine if black people casually walked around calling each other wetback? Hey, what's up, my wetback? I bet you wouldn't like that. You should be focused on combating the issues impacting your own people, you know, like ICE raids and illegal deportations. If only Mexicans and Hispanics who fight so hard to say the N-word put that same energy into fighting for your own rights, the same way you fight so hard to leech off of a culture that isn't even yours. It's truly pathetic. Assimilation is still so ingrained in so many weak-minded Mexicans and Hispanics that you take pride in wearing the identities of other people because you have no pride in your own. Instead of embracing your own culture, you scavenge off others, in this case black culture, hoping proximity to blackness will make you relevant, cool, and maybe even powerful, because most of us are aware of the global impact of black culture. Flex your own culture with the same energy that you try to flex black culture, and just keep it moving, because this is embarrassing. And before anybody says that no one should be using the N-word, that is none of your business unless you're black, and that is for the black community to decide and no one else.
Latinos are inherently racist. I can't believe I'm having this conversation again, but I just seen a video of a Cuban girl who is, might I add, white passing as all hell. And yes, I said Cuban, so it's pretty self-explanatory as to why she thinks the way she does, because Cubans are one of the worst. And this is coming from a Latina, so I'm gonna yap and talk my shit, okay? The fact that she thought it was cool to literally broadcast that she says the N-word and she doesn't see the issue with it, and that you guys are just crybabies, is absolutely insane. Girl, you literally will never understand, because the color of your skin lets you into places and spaces that make you feel comfortable. You literally have found proximity to white people, and in that proximity, you became weird. But need I remind people yet again, proximity does not equal whiteness. At the end of every single day, you are still a Latina, even if it doesn't really show. And at the end of every day, they think they should deport you. But you feel like, because you came here legally, like, let's not use that word too loosely, that you're one of the privileged ones. When on any given day, a Caucasian person wouldn't be able to tell the difference between you and a Mexican, a Puerto Rican, a Ecuadorian, whatever have you. We are one and the same. But you found this new proximity that makes you feel like you are not. And it's honestly just gross. It's really, really gross. And doing it for clicks and views and just being an overall moron in your stance is just weird. But once again, Cuban from Florida. Do I need to say more?
This for all you Latino influencers that be on the Lord's internet talking about black people. Where you at, black people? Marching with us, black people. Out on the National Mall, y'all. I see this Spanish chick, about 400 pounds, posing with her MAGA hat on in front of the president's banner, right? And Chloe, she was not making Good American. The photo shoot, she was not making a cut. Photo, she just posing. Click. How about y'all get your people in line? Stop worrying about black people. Get your people in line. Okay? Because half of them voted for it. So stop worrying about black people, okay? Do your own work for once, okay? And I just thought of one more thing. They always talk about black people. Where you at, black people? You don't hear them saying, white people, why aren't you marching with us? Asian people, why aren't you marching with us? Pacific Islander, why aren't you marching with us? Everybody think black people owes them our labor. We already sacrificed for the Civil Rights Act that all of y'all benefited from, right? All you community of colors and women. So I just thought about that, just the audacity. Why don't y'all ask white people to help grow? Why don't y'all say that? Why don't you say Muslims? Why aren't you marching with us? What this got to do with black people?
She's going to convince black people that they are not racist. So she's going to, basically try to make you believe that they're not racist.
Unfortunately, I've been seeing a lot of discord recently in regards to the black community not believing that brown people are for them and will back them up. I'm here to let you know that that is just not true on my end. I want to say probably even on just California in general, most of us, especially Mexican, if you know that you're speaking to a Mexican person, because there are different people who are not just Mexican, FYI, majority of Mexicans definitely stand up for black people. We, more than anyone in our Latino community, understand the struggles that you go through, understand the stereotypes that you guys go through. Unfortunately, we understand the police stuff that you guys go through. We just don't talk about it because, for some reason, Latinos feel like if we mention any hardships that we go through, that's us crying and begging for whatever it is that they think. But that's the older generation. That's not the millennials and people that are younger. So I'm here to just say those comments that I keep seeing is not true. Because if you are a black person, trust me, I will always have your back. I am always standing up for black people. That is just what I've been raised around. The neighborhoods I grew up were predominantly black. A lot of my friends that I have are predominantly black. So it sucks to see those type of comments because they are so false in my world. But I'm not disregarding some people who have come across racist Latinos, because clearly my community needs to do better. Because again, remember, Mexicans mainly voted for Kamala Harris. A lot of the other ones did not. So which is why I say you can truly count on most Mexicans to be by your side. The others, I'm not in their world, but I feel like you can still say that in all of those groups, from Salvadoran to Honduran to Cuban to Venezuelan, like there's just a list of Latinos. But I feel like I can say at least half of those people are definitely for you, especially because a lot of you guys don't understand that there are black Latinos, especially in Mexico. Did you guys know that Mexico was the main point of view to allow slaves to become free? We did not agree. We didn't believe in what the U.S. was doing, meaning my country, my motherland. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm just here to let you know that you have a brown person that you can believe is by your side, that you can believe will have your back and will fight for you and will stand up and even possibly hold you high just to make sure that you are seen. Because I understand that black women right now, black women are like above everybody. And I see that, I know that, especially when you go down history. I may not be good with my dates, but I do know history. And I do know that when I read upon these things, there's always a black woman behind most of these movements. So again, you're false if you believe that you think that every brown person is hateful, is racist, is a bigot. I'm here to tell you that you're wrong. You're wrong. There are some of us that are for you guys. There are those of us that are willing to fight your fight, because alongside California, black people have shown brown communities that together we are stronger, which is what when you hear in the marching chants, Juntos unidos somos más fuertes, that's exactly what it translates to. Together we are stronger. So I hope that if you are somebody who believes that you are not backed up by a brown person, that you change your mind and that you see that there are people like myself and so many others that will have your back. Again, I was raised in a predominantly black neighborhood. The parents, the grandparents, pretty much raised me and taught me so much of the history that I do know. And I can also say that because of that, I'm having to work on not being so hateful against white people, because I know that since I've been little, it's been a very confusing thing. With the older generation, again, I do understand that some of them are racist because of the beliefs that were put in us in the countries that we were from. The countries that were raided by Spaniards, by the French, by whatever Caucasian white person that you see. They tried teaching a lot of people that white meant better, that white meant achievement, that white meant more power. And that is just not true. I cannot wait for the day where I start to see more black and brown people in the government. And I'm talking about those who actually grew up in hardships, because those people tend to not forget about us, forget about the real people. Because I do know that there are black and brown people, both, where they've been out of the game. They've been out of these hoods and do not understand and will blame us and our ghetto-ness. So I just hope I'm able to change your mind. I hope I'm able to turn your comments into, okay, not all Latinos are for us, but there are some. There are at least, I would like for you to say that there are more so who will be by your side than not. Because, again, this might have something to do with my child as being black, but his father is black. And I make sure to teach him his history on that end as well as mine. So, yeah, no, a lot of you guys are wrong. Brown people definitely will be by your side, making sure that you're protected.